All right, guys, I'm back. I had such a great interview with Sound Money Metals.
That's right, yeah.
The other day, we decided to meet up again.
Cool.
And shoot another video. And I didn't ask you the most important question. Your prediction on the silver price coming up right now.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker.
All right, guys, we're back here and give us the secrets. I know you've got it. I know you've been overseas. I know you've been in China. I know you have the secret. What is silver and gold going to be end of the year?
It's hard to say, right? So my prediction on this, and I normally wouldn't try and make a guess on what silver or gold is going to be, but for your channel, I'll go ahead and try and make a shot. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but it's definitely hitting the moon. I'm kidding.
It's definitely shooting the moon right next to Shiba Inu and Dogecoin.
I would say, like, if I really had to like think about it, I would say it's going to be within a 15% swing from here. So I wouldn't throw it up into 30, but I think I would say between maybe 2650.
So you
like
think
that.
end of year sub 30?
Sub 30.
And
yeah.
you think gold sub 1900 or sub 2000?
Yeah.
Or what do you think?
I'm just basing this off of inflation, right? So I think there's going to be maybe 10 to 20% or whatever, 10% inflation by the end of the year, another something like that. So I would say that silver's just going to rise 10, 15%.
And see, the thing is
I'm not sure if that's really how it works.
I'm
or not,
still
but
certain that silver eventually is going to correct for all the years of its suppression, or someone called that shooting the moon.
Sure.
This thing has been suppressed for so long, but I think it's going to come to a point where it just can't be suppressed forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
right.
the thing I love about silver, and I've said this a million times, people are probably sick of it, but like even if tomorrow people said, I hate silver and gold coins, like they're worth nothing, like there's no money demand for silver anymore, even if that happened,
yeah,
silver's the best conductor of electricity. It's
Right.
going to be needed for all this green technology that's people want.
Yeah.
Some people want. This administration is super bullish in it. Whether you agree with the administration or not, we can all agree they want green technology, which means they need to conduct electricity, which means they need a ton of silver. Now,
That's right.
one of these is real and one of these is fake, right?
Correct.
And for everyone who missed the last video, can you show me a quick way for under $20
Yeah.
to check which one's real or fake?
This is the pocket pinger here. It's a device that uses sound to test for counterfeits.
And Mrs. IS, if you're watching, I got one for you.
Yeah, that's right. Made right here in the USA. It's a simple little device. I'm not sure if your people or your viewers have heard of the ping test.
Yeah,
Ping test.
I'm sure they have, because they've seen me try to balance things on my finger,
right.
and I'm always like dropping them.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just do this one here. So this is a ping test. Is basically you're just pinging the coin, and you're listening for the sound that comes from the metal.
So that's obviously fake.
Yeah, exactly. So a different metal is going to have a different sound, right? It's just physics.
Real,
Real and then fake.
real, fake. So you can tell by the tone, and I also do think that real have a better resignation to them in terms of being uniform and lasting a long time, especially with gold, right?
Yeah, it depends, right? So the more pure a metal, the shorter that resonance is going to be.
Let's do a real and
At
a
least
fake.
with gold and silver, for sure.
Let's do a real and a fake gold. Let's show the difference of that.
Yeah, this is night and day here.
And guys, this is not a paid advertisement. This is literally a stacker in the community who started stacking gold and silver like many of you and myself. And he's come up with a way to protect us all from the fakes that are coming mostly from China. So that's why I want to show this to all of you. I really believe in this product. And again, it's a way for you to protect yourselves. So show us a real and fake gold.
So this is a fake.
Okay.
And then here's the real one.
Wow. That just really cuts to your eardrum, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is so
absolutely.
long. Hit the fake again. Yeah.
And then the real one's still going. And if you hold it up to next to your ear, a 22 karat American Gold Eagle with 25 to 30 seconds in the pocket finger.
That's crazy.
Yeah. On your finger, it'll only do maybe 3 to 5.
Right.
So there's a magnitude difference depending on the coin that you're trying to ping. You really get that clarity and you really know what you're hearing. Like the thing is still pinging. I don't know.
That's crazy. Is it still going?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's still going. I don't know if you can hear that on camera. That's nuts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, super cool.
What should people do if they find a fake?
Well, try and get your money back, right, would be the first thing. So that's what I always say. So if somebody's buying stuff online, you want to test it the moment you get it.
And maybe even if you don't have a channel, maybe film yourself unboxing it so you have proof.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it all on camera, unbox it, test it. That way you go, hey, I got video proof, right?
Yeah, there was a guy that just caught a fake Chinese dragon dollar a couple months ago. Bought it from eBay, and he used the Pocket Pinger and the Precious Coin Tester app to catch the fake. And then he was able to get his money back and got to keep the fake coin. And the seller got maybe marked or something like that. I'm not sure what happened with the seller.
That's crazy. That's disgusting, and that's crazy.
Yeah, but the Pocket Pinger's working, and if somebody finds a fake, the first thing I'd say is try to get your money back, right?
Now, you told me before...
The sooner you test, the better.
Yeah, sooner you test, the better. I agree with you. Yeah, you need to be immediate. You can't wait days.
It's not a 90-day thing.
Yeah,
it's like
immediate.
Immediate.
Like, I'm emailing you in 15 minutes being like, yo, this is fake.
Yeah. Right.
Now, you're telling me in our last interview, our video we did, that COVID, you got laid off from COVID, and that's why you got to stay home and kind of focus on this.
Yeah.
Now, when COVID was first starting, had you seen my initial videos before COVID was even a thing?
Yeah, I've been watching.
I was talking about it, giving warnings.
Yeah.
Remember I was talking about emergency food and stuff?
Yeah.
The one thing I did not predict was the run on toilet paper.
Sure.
If I would have stacked up on toilet paper, I could have ruled the world.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that crazy? Like, looking back now on the last, 2 years now? It's crazy, huh? What's happened?
It's been nuts, sure. Everything's changed. There's sneeze guards and people are wearing masks.
Do you think this has woken up more people to this type of thing? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Preparedness, protecting yourself.
You have the whole Wall Street silver movement, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think the whole world is kind of waking up. And I think there's other YouTubers that were talking about it. So we went off the gold standard in 71 or 72, something like that.
Yeah, 71.
And then there was supposed to be like a 50-year timeline. I heard from another YouTuber, I'm not going to say his name, but he said after 50 years it's over, and we're about there, right? We're at 50 years.
Yeah, if you look at monetary systems, they've only lasted throughout history between 30 to 50 years each one, and then it flips.
After they debase their currency to where there's no gold or silver.
Yeah, and we've had multiple types of our currency. Yeah. Because even the gold standard we went off in 71 was not the same Bretton Woods gold standards we're on before, which was back after World War II, or Bretton Woods was after World War I, right? Or was it World War? No, it was after World War II. No, was it World War I? I think it was World War I.
It had to be one.
Can someone fact check me? I think it was after World War I, yeah, because then the Weimar Republic and all that happened with their hyperinflation, and everyone kind of pegged their money to the dollar because we were supposed to be anchored to gold, which we were for a while, but then we started rehypothecating, which means saying, hey, for an ounce, it's not $1 for an ounce, maybe we can do $10 for an ounce. And by the time you get to 71, and for those of you watching that don't know, the reason why they took us off the gold standard in 71 is because countries got wise to it and they started trading in their dollars and taking our gold. And because we rehypothecated and created so many more dollars than units of gold, we would have literally lost all the gold in the United States. We would have lost it all.
Which is the power.
And when did we get most of that? That was during World War II, right? For the first part, because we were selling supplies to the Allies and this, and we were getting the gold before we ever got involved.
Sure, yeah.
So what's your advice for anyone who's watching this and has been on the fence about stacking or collecting metals?
There's really no reason not to. And there's a lot of ways to look at it. So if you're just looking at it as a potential SHTF situation, go get yourself a roll of dimes or something, or a dime at a time, I think I've heard you say, which is a great idea.
Yeah, because a lot of times people say, well, I don't have the money to do this. Even if you get one silver dime at a time, which I haven't checked, what is it, $2 or something?
Around that, you'll get it for $2. Yeah.
You could literally recycle cans.
That's right.
You could and get enough for a silver dime a week. I mean, my favorite thing is, and it was hard to do during the beer flu, and there's a lot of YouTubers Rob Finds Treasures and all these guys that were doing all the coin roll hunting, and the beer flew after them because they weren't able to get all the coins with the coin shortage, for the coin roll hunting. Right. But now you can coin roll hunt again, and that's literally free silver. And people go, it's not free. You paid 50 cents for it. Yeah, but if you get a 40%er, that's worth $4. So $3.50 of that silver is free. Or if you get a 90%er, that's $8 or $9. So okay, $7.50 of it's free. You know what I mean? How
does that work? So they buy it for the face value of the current currency?
Bro, this is how I do it. And I go to any bank. Because
Yeah.
the secret is most bank tellers hate these coins, the 50-cent pieces,
Yeah.
because they have to roll them and take care of them, and they're freaking heavy. So usually you can only do this in banks. You can only do transactions in banks you're a member of, except for this. I go into any bank. I've been into hundreds. I've only been rejected by one, which was a Navy Federal Credit Union. But I got another Navy Federal Credit Union. So I roll in there. I go to the teller and I go, hey, do you have any 50-cent pieces that you want to sell? Why don't I search quarters and dimes? I don't feel like it's worth my time. Way more silver in the 50-cent piece just because of the size.
Yeah.
So I do the 50-cent piece. I buy everything they have. They'll be like, oh, I've got like $20 worth. Or, oh, they might say, I have $500 in the vault, blah, blah, blah. The best to get is everything in the teller trays. And I say, hey, do any of your colleagues or coworkers have any 50-cent pieces? And if they ever ask me why I'm buying them, I always tell a white lie. I know you shouldn't lie, but the last thing I need is for these tellers to find out my hustle. So I usually go, oh yeah, we just like playing poker with the. That's what I say. I'm like, we like playing poker. Sure. I don't want to give away the secrets of silver to everybody. There'll be none left for me, right? But yeah, I search, and here's what I found. If I go to at least 10 banks in a row in a given day and get everything they have, I'm guaranteed to find silver.
Wow.
I'm guaranteed to find silver. And I've gone 10 banks in a row and found like one.
Yeah.
I've gone to 10 banks in a row and found entire rolls through. There's a video on my channel where I literally found an entire roll, and everyone says it's fake, I made it up, but it was so, and you can tell it's real because I was like a younger stacker at that point.
Yeah.
And I wasn't I wasn't blessed to stack to the level I stack now. So I found a whole roll of silver. I like started shaking, like my adrenaline got going. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a whole roll of silver. And the best rolls you get are the ones that look old, and especially if they have handwriting on it. So here's what you do.
Yeah.
You go to a bunch of banks, you get it, you take it home, you coin roll hunt it. For you, if you find any silver, you can check it here, kind of show your product off. And then you keep the rolls. When you open it, you take the rolls, you keep them, and then you re-roll.
Yeah, okay.
And then obviously if you find silver, you have to get more clad to make a whole roll.
There, yeah.
And then you go back to the bank and deposit in your account. Now here's a key.
Interesting.
I have a bank that's my dump bank.
Yeah.
I never go to my dump bank and ask them and bring it back. Like, you can't poop where you like eat, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I go to all the other banks, and then I have one bank I always dump my scraps back into my bank account.
And there's some guy getting your scraps.
Yeah, and then I go, hey, I just want to like deposit like $250. Yeah, whoever goes to my dump bank is like, man, this sucks.
That's great.
But I guarantee you silver comes into the dump bank because here's what happens. Grandpa dies,
same, when it's
they're
not
going
in
through the stuff. Oh, they got a bunch of 50-cent pieces. Let's take it to the bank and trade it in. The oldest I found I've gotten a couple Franklins and I've gotten a couple Walkers.
Nice.
I know
Walkers are
people
beautiful.
who have gotten freaking Morgans, dude, in banks. Morgans.
Yeah,
And people came in and literally traded it in for $1.
that's crazy.
So you've never coin roll hunted?
No. Well, I've done like change jar from my own house and my girlfriend's house.
Dude, you got to try it, bro.
Yeah.
It's free silver.
Yeah, sure. I haven't found any silver. I found a lot of copper.
It's free silver. Free silver. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And if they ever get sketchy, be like, oh, I just want, if they ever, like, only had one, again, ever say, oh, you have to be a member. I'm like, oh. One place is like, are you a member here? I'm like, I think my mom is. and they sold me all of them. But for the most part, tellers want to get rid of those things. It's a pain.
Yeah.
It's a pain for them to deal with and count and keep. And,
Sure.
And they're heavy, so.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
But you got to have, like, money. Because you might get a situation.
$250 worth or whatever, yeah.
No, dude, I go in these places like $1,000.
That's an all-day thing.
Yeah, and I buy whatever I can.
Yeah.
Just another average stacker, Jas. He had a video where he got a box from a bank.
Yeah.
Nearly the entire box was silver.
Oh, what a score.
Dude, nearly the entire box was silver. And he actually has a really cool video. You should go check it out. And just everyone he opens, and he's opening on his live streams, and he was like shaking. He's like, I can't freaking believe it. Another silver. Like, it was crazy.
It is awesome.
Like, he literally made a ton of money in silver.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's add to that too. So that's like if you don't have any money, but if you have a lot of money, it makes even more sense to get into gold and silver because that stuff is depreciating constantly.
Good point.
Yeah.
Look at the inflation. We broke 5% last month, or was
Yeah.
it, or the month before?
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
$100, $95. Right?
Yeah, I have $100 in my account this year. Next year it's still 100, but it's the buying power of 95. And
Yeah,
so on.
that's right.
I mean, look at gas. Everything's going up.
Yeah.
The only thing that hasn't adjusted yet for freaking inflation is really gold and silver, and that's why I'm stacking it to the sky.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it has adjusted for inflation or not yet.
You think it's adjusted?
Maybe.
No way.
I was thinking that. So, well, I think it's adjusted from like the bank's manipulation perspective, right? So they had it around 15, 20 for a few years, and then we printed a bunch of money. Like 20, 30% of that money got printed in 1 year or something like that. And maybe that got added on top of the silver where it was, just to show that maybe kind of trick everybody that's not manipulated, and they're just trying to show that it has kept up with inflation.
Dude, if it actually...
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it would be much higher if it adjusted. Like, it's been near 52 times in history. In the 1980s, if you convert that to nowadays money or nowadays currency, it's over 140 of our today dollars.
Yeah, that's insane.
So if we're up over 50, I might think
Yeah.
maybe that hypothesis is correct.
I see what you're saying,
Dude,
yeah.
here's what I think. I think silver under 30 is a good deal. I think
Yeah,
silver under
sure.
20 is an effing fire sale.
Yeah,
If it
agreed.
had already corrected for inflation, I wouldn't be thinking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear what you're
I
saying.
could be wrong.
Yeah.
But you know what I love about silver and gold?
It's never going to go anywhere, yeah.
You could literally travel back in time to Roman times with this and buy like the equivalent of a half ounce of gold.
Yeah,
If you
that's
go back
awesome.
with paper currency or like a Bitcoin wallet, the only thing it's probably going to be worth is if there's like a witch doctor, because they're going to be like, it's from the gods, or who is this man on the $100 bill? You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
But like you could literally go back in time and spin this, or you could go back in time and get a Roman gold coin and bring it nowadays and literally spend it. Whereas if you took any paper currency to any other time in history and vice versa, it wouldn't
Yeah.
work. You know, even look at the Zimbabwe videos I do. Like, I've got a bunch of those currencies really just to show the effect of hyperinflation. But the only thing that money's good for is novelty. And I've seen videos in like Venezuela where there's those giant construction
Sure.
dumpsters
Yeah.
full of currency.
Yeah. Yeah, currency's a waste. Not a waste, but it's a tool, right? But it's not like an asset you want to keep for a while.
Unless you want to squeeze people for all their hard work and sweat, right?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I can see why governments want to have paper currency because
Absolutely,
they
they
can
just
print
make it.
as much as they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can raise taxes without raising taxes, which is hashtag inflation.
Yeah.
It's so dirty.
Yeah, it's a scam. It's a lie. It's an idea that everyone's buying into.
When
Gold and silver this is the real stuff.
When do you think it breaks free, dude?
I don't know. It feels like it's happening.
Dude,
right?
it feels like things are crazy.
Like I keep hearing, like one of my friends is really into like all the conspiracy theory type stuff. He said Russia just had 8% inflation reported, something like that.
I heard a lot of
And
stuff's
then-
going on in Japan or
and
China.
then some of the Middle East countries, like I think Iran is like they're hyperinflating or something like that.
So stuff happening all over the world. That's
Like, and it's all happening simultaneously.
yeah.
In Venezuela, what happened not too long ago.
Well, have you ever watched Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money?
Yeah, that's where I got the 50-year thing. I didn't want to say his name.
Bro, another nail in the coffin, dude.
Yeah.
Another nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Things are crazy, man.
It is crazy. I'm not like a doomsdayer. I think that if you're in gold and silver, you're much safer than if you're just in dollar.
You're
Yeah.
100% safer as long as you can hold it.
Yeah.
If you're
right.
trying to get into gold and silver coins for like a month and sell them, you might lose money on it. But if you can get
Yeah.
it, throw it in a closet, forget about it, just like my emergency food, preparewithis.com. You throw it in a closet, forget about it. This will save your life over a long time in terms of hedge against inflation, preserving your buying power.
Yeah.
Just as the emergency food, you throw it in a closet, forget about it, and hopefully you never need it. But if
Right.
you ever need it, you've got it. You're not another statistic. You're not waiting for FEMA to show up to give you an MRE, which is going to suck to eat anyway. You know what I mean?
Sure. Just add
Crazy.
water.
It's crazy times. And you guys, he literally came with the money bag. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, my
Yeah.
friend, it was another great video.
Awesome.
I gotta
Appreciate it.
run, but thank you so much. I brought this silver bell you gave me in the last video. This thing is
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
And this is what started out Sound of Money Metals, guys. And this is a contraption he thought up in a shower. I'm not going to tell you what else happened in the shower, but this came out of it. There's only 10 in existence, and he gave one to me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'll keep it, but maybe, I don't know. Is it mega?
You could make it mega, yeah.
Is it? I mean, dude, hold up. Is that? You guys,
She-Ra, right?
you guys, what's going on here? All right, well, we better end this video before things get too crazy. What are we going to say?
Catch you on the next one.
One stacker on a journey